In this tutorial, we're going to create a dreamy look or a soft touch effect on this particular image, and then we'll convert it to black and white and give it like a warm kind of a tone. First, we're going to start off by going to the background layer here and make sure it's active and hit Control J to duplicate the layer. Now what I'm going to do is add a filter to this. I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and I'm going to play with this slider here, and I usually set it to about 20 to 25 on the pixels here. So I'm going to hit it about 25 for this particular image. If you don't want to play around with the slider, just go ahead and highlight it and hit 25 and go ahead and click OK to apply it. Now you notice that the image is kind of blurry. Well, you can reduce the opacity here on the layers palette. Click on opacity and drag it all the way over to 0, and you'll see how the way the image looked before. You start dragging it up till you get that soft touch you like. If you go too hard, it'll be blurry again, but if you start coming down and playing with the slider in about 25%, it looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and zoom in so you can see what it looks like. It's kind of a nice soft kind of dreamy look. Now that I have my dreamy look, I'm going to go ahead and convert this to black and white. We talked about black and white in the previous tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and click here on the layers adjustment icon at the bottom of the layers palette right in the center. Click on that and go ahead and this time I'm going to choose gradient map for this particular image. I'll click on it. The box will open up. Remember to choose the third one, 1, 2, 3. Boom, and click OK to apply it. Now it gave me a nice black and white. I really like the way that looks. I'm going to zoom in to get a little better view and move this out a little bit so I can have some space here. Now what I'm going to do is add a vignette to this. In the previous tutorial we did talk about a vignette. What I did last time, I clicked on the rectangular marquee tool, made a selection. With my selection, I went to Select, Modify, Feather. I want to add a feather to this, and I left it about 175. I do it between 150 and 175 depending on the image. I'll go ahead and leave it at 175 for this one. I'll click OK. Boom. There it goes. And it gives me my round edges so I know I have a feather. Now of course I want the vignette to the outside, so I'll go to Select, Inverse, and there goes my selection on the outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and use curves again to make my vignette. Click at the bottom of the layers palette, right in the center, which is adjustment layers icon. Click on that and go ahead and click curves. For this particular image, I'm going to use a dark vignette, so clicking here on the top right, I'm going to click and drag down. Give myself a little darker vignette. And I like the way that looks. So I'll go ahead and click OK. Now before starting the next step, I'll make sure that my swatches are open. I'm going to click here on the last swatch here, which is dark warm brown. Click